Commissioner Buckley,
Here.
Commissioner Gallagher, Commissioner Cater.
Here.
There's a quorum present.
Okay, everybody stand for the pledge and the invocation. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Lord, please be with us today. Be with all those that need you. We have a lot of them out there that we know in just our annex family and our courthouse. Dear Lord, be with them, watch over them. Dear Lord, forgive us for all that we have done wrong, all our sins, dear Lord. Be with us as we make the best decisions as we can for the county. Moving forward, dear Lord, I ask this in your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Well, I was going to tell everybody, last week when you seen Harold up on what they did, he had that minor operation, they called it. They had some complications, and he's doing fine. He was 2 or 3 days there. Harold was in intensive care, and then Thursday he got out of there. Thursday night, I actually went out and seen him. He was still touch and go. Friday, he was doing much better. Saturday he did well, and yesterday they moved him out, put him in a room, and he's doing fine right now. So I was just going to kind of give everybody a little information on him, but he's doing well, and he's eating solid foods now. So I look for Harold, maybe not next week, but after that he'll be back. So I was just going to kind of give everybody information on that.
You wanted to bring him in a wheelchair today?
Yeah, he wanted us to bring him today in a wheelchair, and we said, no, you're not going to be able to do that. So moving on, then I was going to say the consent agenda. There's a consent agenda on the board, and Dave.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Gonna move on down here. Approval of supplemental contracts
I think you skipped
with
one. We
Smith.
skipped
No,
one.
hold, we missed one. Okay, opening bid for road striping, and John's probably gonna talk on that a little bit.
I can, while they're opening it.
I think we only have.
I think we only have one bid.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
That's all I see.
And this is for approximately 30 miles of road striping throughout. It's going to be in the northern half of the county. I was explaining to Commissioner Buckley earlier that we're going to do the northern half this year and the southern half next year. That way we can get on a rotation. And it's a little cheaper when we have the roads consolidated in an area and not have the mobilization fees throughout the county.
Okay, we have one bid. It's from a traffic control company for $49,832.
So if we can take a brief break at some point through the meeting, we can do it after the next couple slides.
We'll put you on at the
Yeah.
bottom.
I will maybe get with Amber real quick, or Louie, or Bridget, or somebody, and we'd like to award that today if possible.
Okay, we'll just, we'll move on for that, and then we'll come back to that near the end to see. Okay, John, while you're standing up there, approval of supplement contracts with Smith and Company.
Yes, so these are supplemental agreements to the engineering service contract for 2 of our BRO projects, one on Silver Springs and one on King School Road. And this is for environmental services. They need to extend the date from June 5th to November 2nd so that they can get the environmental studies done. So there's no monetary changes, it's a date change in the contract.
What was that, September?
November 2nd, June 5th and November 2nd.
And I will make a motion to approve the supplemental contracts with Smith and Company for the road and bridge, for the projects.
And I'll second that, and you have any questions on it? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Awesome.
Okay, this would be approval of overages on road paving projects, road and bridge.
Okay.
And John?
So this is a total of $118,878.62. What was over the bid amount. So certain roads had extra tonnage on them. When they're wedging the road or when they're overlaying the road, they have to use extra tonnage occasionally. But we also added the whole back half of McCormick Acres when we paved it this year. So there's gonna be an overage of $118,878.62, and that will be paid out of the road and bridge budget. I'll double check whether it be the 006 or 007 account. That will not be covered by ARPA.
Well, and I know you guys had to do some prepping out there, did a lot of prep.
We did.
Yeah.
So that's the.
Yeah.
Get all the roads done?
We're done.
Yep.
Yes.
We're all
Well,
the roads are.
once we stripe them, they'll be 100%
Yeah.
complete, but
Okay, but we got those
Got it
done,
all.
and they got it done under their
Yep.
contract date, which saves the 75,000.
Yep. They got the roads were all done. Actually, I think they were done,
about a week ahead of
yeah,
time. but
week ahead of time, and then
We would have extended that deadline by the days that we added to the McCormick Acres project, which was about
Yeah.
3 days, so we would have gave them a 3-day extension on that deadline.
I just remember on the front side, that was very, very controversial to go ahead and hold it for 2 weeks and save the 75,000, so we appreciate it.
I make a motion that we approve the overages on the road and bridge for the road paving projects, $118,878.62, and that will be paid out of, road and bridge on our budget.
Yes.
I'll second that. You have any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We've had it before. Can we go back to the striping?
Okay.
Well,
No, I'm just kidding.
okay, well, we
You're
double
fine.
check
I'm
it, so.
just kidding, we can do it now. Thank you for looking at it.
Yeah, I messed up here.
Oh, that's okay. Here.
Look right here.
Move him, there you go, click.
Just go right here. Gotta go
Right here.
right
Okay, go back to it, don't you?
Nope.
Nick?
Oh.
Sorry, I got you, Nick, right here, Nick.
In.
Right, this little circle. Get this little circle right here. Sorry. Thank you,
All right.
Nick.
So we did receive just the one bid. It's from Traffic Control Company. They have done work for us before. They were actually the last striping company that we had do some of our work. The bid amount is $49,832. That is within our budget for the 2024 year.
And which,
Who is that? Traffic Control Company.
John, they do that pretty well every year in the traffic control. They have a
We've used Traymar
Okay.
in the traffic control, yeah.
Traymar
So-
didn't bid this year.
No, most of the roads will get a double solid yellow line. But like Old 8 Highway, we'll get a white line on the edge, similar to what I know you guys have showed in the past on Perry. Because it's an old state route, it's wide enough that we can do the center and the edge striping.
And then, John, when we stripe, like you said, you go north, south, and you have to stripe, like, how many years does that stripe hold up?
It just depends. The
How
traffic
hard?
control company striping has held up longer and better than the Traymar. It just depends on the severity of the winter too. If we have to run plows on it
Yeah.
2 or 3 times a week, then it may not hold up as long. And then once we start the striping, once we have striped county roads, we have to maintain that striping.
Yeah.
Unless we take all the striping off. So.
In the
once-
how many
once-
roads did you stripe when you first began?
I think we did like 10 miles, 15 miles.
And now you do?
Now we've got like 70 miles.
Yeah.
But it's all primary routes throughout the county.
Yeah.
Which is part of, I know we've talked about this, the mitigation plan, why we developed a primary route throughout the county through that hazard mitigation.
Okay, motion.
okay, make a motion that we accept the bid from the Traffic Control Company, for the, striping for $49,832.
I'll second that. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, aye. Moving on here now, let me make sure I get. How long? Use keyboard. Okay. This is to approve a purchase of a new iPad for JDC. Is anybody here at JDC? Okay, I guess,
Well, I
Have a
did talk to
motion?
them, we just don't have a price on that or anything.
So we don't know what the price is gonna be yet. What happened is the one they had, they misplaced it and it was destroyed on the 25th of July. So they need to replace it. And there's two different options. Either we can upgrade the line or we can buy one through a third party and just get a new SIM card and put it into the iPad, which would probably be the better route, but I don't know exactly how much it's gonna be.
do they're not sure what they want to do yet, then you're not sure?
They do want a newer iPad with cellular data, which they've already got a line for it. We just gotta get an iPad and put that SIM card in. So they'll have to get a new SIM card from AT&T, and then either we will update an AT&T iPad, or we can buy one from a third party like Amazon, put it in there.
Is that what you normally do?
I mean, that's the way I would go, would be to buy one off Amazon. That way we don't have a monthly fee on top of what we're already paying. It's a one-time hit on the price and it's done.
Nick, will they go through you when they do this, or will they? Okay.
Who did
I
we
mean-
buy our good printer from?
That came through, I believe, Amazon.
When Nick, you're
We need
in
to
your
get,
seat.
we need to get to ones that haven't been used before and still have their paper in them, with their bills from their company. And packaging would have been nice too, but.
No.
What, do we need to take this
Well,
under advisement or go ahead and approve it?
Let's approve it, and then we'll have, if you don't mind.
You'd have to approve the actual, if you're gonna do the purchase, we have to have an amount, so just tell them proceed with.
Well, I'm gonna give them how about make a motion to approve them to purchase an iPad, but to go through, Nick and let us know, would you?
Okay,
So if you just wanna approve them going ahead with it, but they have to come back to you before they buy it, if we don't have a dollar amount.
What if you put a cap on them not to
There you
exceed
go.
$400? Looks
Not to
like just a
exceed.
quick
Okay, make a
glance.
motion.
Not to exceed the $400, we'll put
Yeah.
that in the motion if you will.
That way you can shop it around.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. You second that?
You want to, okay, I'll second that. And that was actually to approve a cap when they buy it of $400. I'll second that. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Nick, this is you. This is permission to apply for a EMPG mini grant, which Nick will explain this is.
So this is
for.
a grant we've gotten the last couple of years. It's what we've been purchasing our tornado sirens, outdoor warning sirens on. So this one runs till the grant period ends on July 31st of 2025. The work has to be completed by then. It's a $50,000 no match. The application due date is the 18th of October. We'll use it to purchase another siren.
Nick, how many have you put up now? We've actually,
We've
this
got-
will be
we've
the
got-
fifth.
Yep, we've got 4 up now, and my plan is to do hopefully 2 more next year, so.
Motion.
I'll make a motion that we give permission to apply for the FY23 EMPG mini grant for emergency management.
I'll second that. Any questions?
And Nick, our circle map is getting filled up pretty good.
We're trying.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, moving on. Amber, this is notice of the opioid settlement funds. The next two, this is just informational, right? You're gonna talk on it, or we got it?
So this would be the time where you would approve the notice of funding if that's what the commission wants to proceed with.
Okay, you wanna speak on that and tell them
Yeah,
what,
sure.
how it went? Actually, the next, we'll do 6 and then 7, you might as well.
We have both of them are just approving the new documents. So, the opioid settlement funds review board met on Friday the 20th to discuss, the commission's request for opening another round of funding of opioid fund, applications due to receiving an unexpected large amount. And the review board did approve opening another round of funding, which would be for award period of 1/1/25 to 12/31/25. Applications would be due no later than November 11th. And the board would review and provide recommendations for approval no later than December 13th, to be approved in a commission meeting December 17th. And the appropriation amount that was recommended was $680,000.
Okay, have a motion on approving that?
I will make a motion to approve the notice of funding opioid settlement funds, with all that information that's in there that Amber just said.
See,
But you sent those in paper.
It
so I
actually
like
opens
that.
up on, it opens up in November.
So it would open up as soon as you guys approve it.
Yeah.
So we'll get it posted to the website today, and we can start accepting applications through that osf@sfg.gov.
And they're due by the 13th of December.
No, they would be due by November 11th.
Okay, November
So that gives
11th
the review board about a month
in
to
December.
go over and award them before.
And then they'll be approved on the next meeting.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
And essentially, the notice of funding is the same as what was posted before, it's just updated to accommodate the new round amount and date.
Gotcha.
And then what's discussed in the next item is just the updated funding objectives and limitations to stipulate that the same entity can apply for overlapping award periods. It would have to be for a separate project, not for an existing.
So for this first one, I need a motion.
Okay, I'll second the motion for the settlement funds approval. Do we have any questions you didn't understand or know what,
The amount.
that's actually the opening, for rounds. That's what it'd be.
The amount of 600.
$680,000 is what is
$680,000.
gonna be available to be awarded. So we
It doesn't mean you
encourage,
have to award it all, but
Yes.
that's,
Yeah.
that's what they recommended to appropriate. So we recommend if you know anybody any organizations that could use these funds or put them to use, please send them to our website.
Any questions?
I think we need to clarify on your saying they can't, if it's the same project, they can't reapply. So if it's like, in our first go, the community partnership as a program they're gonna do in the schools every year, so it's the same project, but initially we said they could reapply every year on that.
So they can reapply, just not for the same award period. So they've already
I
got
thought you
an
said- I thought
award
you said it could be for the same project.
if the award periods overlap. So this one, since the first award period was July 1
We
of
do wanna
24.
find, if there's organizations that see a program that can last for the next few years, we encourage that. It's something we can.
Oh, absolutely. It's just you can't apply for the funds again if you've already got them for that award period.
Okay, gotcha.
And how much has actually been invoiced to award that initial funding?
So initially, the first round, there was $195,997.17 awarded, and 0 has been paid out. We've received no requests to date.
Not just a one request, how many different people requested this?
So there was 4 that were, 3 that were awarded. And they're not required to do it monthly or bi-monthly, but they are required to do it quarterly. So the first round should be at least done at the end of this month.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and then while Amber's up there, we will do the next one, which would be the funding objective or limitations. You pretty well already talked on that, really.
Yeah, so same thing as last
Yeah.
round. The only thing that was added was that you can't apply for the same funding if you've already been awarded for that award period.
And now, I want you to explain that to me. Is that where you can't apply for like the second year, but you can come back and apply the same funding in that program, but you have to apply again, or you're not allowed to?
Correct. So all of these awards are a one-time award. So the last round of funding was award for an award period of July 1 of 2024 through June 30th of 2025. Well, this round of funding, the periods will overlap
That's over,
because it's
so-
January 1 of 25. So meaning if somebody was awarded funds in the first round, they can apply again. They just can't apply for the funding period they've already been awarded.
When that,
It would
when
have to be
that,
for the second.
when that period's done, then they can apply.
Correct.
So that would, they would have to apply, when that's, run out, we would have to open up by that time another, we will announce when we open up, and they can
Correct.
reapply for that next period.
And it's anticipated the board, discussed multiple options, and one of the things that was discussed is, given the option to do multiple awards during the year as far as different funding periods, but again, it would all be subject to what we get and also what is actually paid out from these awards.
And I was gonna explain to it, that's why we have a committee. The committee's made up and they overlook the funds. And actually, I think Parks, Harold and Amber sit in really, you sit in on the meeting, but they award the funds.
Correct.
Okay. Does everybody understand that? Do you have any questions on that?
Yeah, just want clarification, you guys award the funds.
Right.
On their recommendation.
Yeah, on the recommendation of the
This board is
committee.
Only an
They
advisory.
have no legal authority to award funds.
Correct.
Yep. And I will make a motion to accept the funding objectives and limitations over the settlement funds.
I'll second that. Any questions now? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Amber.
Just gonna say, on that, I think, one reason of opening up another round here, I know it's a little more work and everything else, but we've heard the community, bring up about the money that we've received on this. So we have heard the community on this, and we're doing this to help our community. We could wait wait till next year, till the second round, but we thought this is another way to, get this money out in our community, hopefully for programs that will help, this horrible opioid problem in our area.
Thanks, Parks.
Thanks for sitting on the board.
All right. Okay, the next meeting,
Oh, I messed that up.
yeah.
Oh, no, it's right, Tuesday.
Yeah,
Okay,
next-
Yes,
Yeah.
my bad.
Next meeting will be next Tuesday, October 1st. We'll see everybody here then, and moving on. Other business, any correspondence? Public comments? Department reports? I wanted to say something, I was talking to Dan earlier, the Owl Creek project, the paving, they've completed the paving out there, and actually they're starting, we haven't had rain all that time, where now they need to do the sides where they come in, seed and straw and clean up, and now we're getting all the rain, so it's kind of muddy out there on the sides, but I mean, the paving part, I think you all will really enjoy when you go out there and see that, because it turned out much better than what I even anticipated what it's gonna be, and we're hoping in the future, we're around, the second phase will come in, and we're pretty well planned out, so I look for the park to open up. We were planning on, I think Mike's not here today, but possibly open that park where you can get in and where your canoes and all. The trails probably won't be opened up until we get some grass or get the seeding done, but that's just kind of letting everybody know how it's going out there. It's going well, and the gate, they're getting ready to put the gate up and really the signs to prepare for the opening of it, but I hope all you can go out and walk that when it's open.
Is there gonna be
It's
a
really
grand
nice.
opening?
Will
there be a grand opening ceremony?
We'll have something set, we'll let our
Yeah,
officers know.
we'll let them know, yeah. Any other questions or correspondence?
Yeah,
Kevin?
I have a report. We started voting this morning, so there have been people voting. We'll vote the next 4 weeks, and you have to have an excuse, most common excuses. I don't think I'll be able to make it today, if you're out of town, but we don't then inquire, are you sure? Are you positive? You just have to have, after that 4 weeks, the two weeks, they don't even ask the question, but in this next 4 weeks, you have to mark that. We've been getting over 100 new registrations and applications for mail-in absentees a week. for the last 3 weeks. Things were, and one of the things if people hear this, if you just can't make it that day, come in the 6 weeks and vote at the office, because when you request a mail-in ballot, to me, they're less secure. Then we have to send them the official application that they have to sign in order, and they have to send it back to us. Then we have to have an envelope, the ballot, they have to send them back, and then they have to mail it back in. You've got several dollars for everyone, just for now. If you're homebound and can't get it, but these people are just filling out ballots that, requests that are being generated online. And if you can come by our office anytime, it saves the county money and a lot of time and hassle for our people. We'll have to hire more, if we keep this pace, we'll have to hire more people just to
Vote while they're
process
there.
when they can just vote while they're there. So we have 6 different ballot types. We started voting this morning, the ballots came in yesterday afternoon at 3, so plenty of time. I brought a couple of sample ballots. We have sample ballots available for all of them. If you look at the back, this is the constitutional amendments that you will have to read.
Yes.
So I would say, please read them and fill them out before you get there. Otherwise, we will not have room at our polling locations for people to sit and read for a half an hour. So keep that in mind. We need more poll workers. This is typical. I picked up 2 Friday. 2 ladies that I talked to, and I think they're gonna be great. And then we had 4 cancel over the weekend. So, it just, between now and the election,
We
will
need
have
poll workers.
15 to 20. And remember, for our elected officials, you all have said that if your workers have vacation time and they would like to take a vacation day, they can get paid to work the polls. We'd appreciate it. It also would lower our average age of our poll worker by about 10 years, if we could just get some of our. I'm sorry, Carol, don't look at me like that. You know what I mean? It's usually around room temperature. And, if we could get some 30 or 40-year-olds, it would be okay. So.
I was looking through you, Carol, I'm sorry.
We've also got on these 6 ballot questions, we have the official 3 pages of English in English, not in legalese,
Oh, yes.
of what if you vote, it's not saying vote yes or no, but it's saying if you vote yes, this will happen. If you vote, this is the intention, as opposed to the part, they're gonna have to sit there and wade through this and read it
Kevin, where
twice.
can you find that?
Is that available online?
It is available online, which is another, because I've requested that, I guarantee the next 6 weeks, the vast majority of people that will go to our website will be inquiring on that, on these, on how to absentee. So if we could, like last election 4 years ago, we put it on the homepage saying elections right here, go to, and if you want to request that language, if you want to request an absentee ballot, if you want to request a mail-in absentee ballot, so that we'll have it available. We have it now, but you have to go through it and go through our office, and it's not as convenient as good, because I've got people call every day, so I went to it and can't find it, so it needs to be.
Makes sense, we're gonna get that on there.
Good.
Thank you, Nick.
Thank you,
Any
Kevin.
other correspondence? Dan?
I just had a question, Kevin. I had someone ask me yesterday that they can get to Weber Road, but they can get out and walk. And your people come out and vote in that car and all.
One of the Grays, absolutely, we vote. We were voting them there even during COVID with spacesuits on, so we surely can go out without, that. But the great thing about that, like yesterday, they didn't have voting quite yet, but we've got a covered area where they can pull up, and if people are going to the grocery store and stuff, it's so much cheaper and easier for us to do it there than do the mail-in ballot, because this is the dirty little secret that's not told. Almost 40% of the mailed-in ballots have to be invalidated because they didn't sign it. We put stickers on it. It says this must be signed here. If it comes in without the signature, it has to be trashed. Come and call. The great thing about that, Dan, if you will call us and say, this is Kevin Engler, here's my address, I'm coming in, I can't get out of my car, we can go ahead and pull their, they have to show us their ID when they get there, but we can go ahead and pull the stuff. We go out with little envelopes that they can put it in so it's not seen, and it lets us put it in the machine without being seen, and it's private, and it's easy, and we can do it quicker rather than they go out there and honk the horn until somebody comes up. If they'll tell us, I will be there in just a few minutes, you will pull my ballot, and we'll have it out there when they get there, and they can vote and add it back in. In the last 2 weeks, we will be doing like we did the last presidential. We will have it down in the main meeting room, and we will relay the information on anybody that's on the drive-ups, and we present. The other thing is,
You don't have to have an excuse the last 2 weeks, right?
unless you don't even be asked the question. We have a few sight impaired people and hearing impaired people. That's the best place to vote, come in our office, because we have the machines that we know they're operational. That's the next thing we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to replace those machines. I know it's federal law. I know we have to do it, but it's $100-something thousand to replace the little machines that only get used 2 times on average in election. And we just, let's do it. But if we come into our office, we have everything. It's handicap accessible. It's,
Yeah.
that's the easiest way. We need to get some people there. because we
Also, Kevin, the problem with the mail-in ballot is you personally cannot verify that the person that's actually voting is actually voting that ballot.
That's where they, I don't understand. You're exactly right. To me, the danger of somebody voting, I don't know. It could be their caretaker. It could be the person at the nursing home. Now, we go to any nursing home that requests more than 10 ballots. We have more than 10 ballots at that location. But that's danger. When they come in and we have Valencia or Emily or Jackie identify them, answer any questions. If they have some special, we can tell them what's legal, what can't be done right there, and it works so much better, and it will really help our precincts, because if we don't get some 10 to 20% of the people out of there, they're going to be backed up, and you're going to see lines, and people are going to drive by, and it's going to discourage voting. Fortunately, last time we didn't have that, even though if I went home at noon, grabbed something to eat, and I saw the lines in St. Louis County down a block and a half to vote. We don't want that here. We want as many people to vote as possible, so if they'll get over to our office and vote early, that'd be helpful.
You expecting a large turnout,
I
Kevin?
expect 75 to 80%, which is 3 times
Which
what
would
we
be
had.
3 times what we had.
And almost 10 times what we have in April. So, yeah, we have to have, dependent on, in Libertyville, we still only have to have 5 people. But Bonne Terre, we have to go up and have, we have 3 different precincts that vote in that one, and we'll have to have 15 or more workers at that location to keep it from bogging down. We'll have 5 full check-ins, and so, yeah, there's some places that, I keep using this example, City Hall at Park Hills is a big precinct, but they've got a room less than half the size,
Right.
and if people are sitting there reading on these amendments, it's gonna back up. We can't throw more people on top of people. They've gotta be able, so it's very challenging. The people, the county officials are screaming around the state, they're trying to figure out how they can do this without,
You have the amendment language on the, like, hanging or something when they come in while they're waiting in line, they can read it.
we do that, but unfortunately, most of them won't. Like, if they would look at the website before, they can go over or pick up a sample ballot. We always encourage, especially our elderly, who want to spend some time, pick up a sample ballot, mark everybody that they want, and then bring that in, and they can just transfer it over to the real ballot. It takes 2 minutes. It might take them a half an hour to read everything and figure out who they want to vote for. That's why we have these, is so that you can go ahead and do it. It's not like cheating or something. It's like a math test where you can't bring in your notes. You can bring it in and just go straight over and just check on down. And then I'm yes on this one, I'm yes, I'm no on that one, and they'll know it. So that's a great point. But really, this could be simple if people would just reach out and we will give you any information. We'll let you cheat and fill out your test before you take it.
Not that you ever cheated on a test in college. right?
Well, my basic philosophy, when in doubt, look about. But I was part of the class that made the top half possible.
Let's see what you did.
Any other department reports? John?
We had several, bridge structures vandalized,
Oh.
graffiti in the southern end of the county over the weekend, so.
I've seen that, they painted, they redecorated.
Yeah,
our
they
bridge.
decorate them first. They didn't use high-vis paint though, unfortunately.
Let me ask you something, how do you clean that off, or?
We'll power wash it the best we can.
It comes
but
off.
No, we'll have to repaint the bridge structures, so that's a significant cost.
How many, structures did you have done? Two, both bridges?
One was like a box culvert type bridge, so we'll have to power wash them and repaint them. And I guarantee as soon as the new paint's on, they'll get some more graffiti.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's happened before.
So that's a felony then, right?
Find out who
Time
did
they
it.
end up painting all of them.
Yeah,
They put a trail camera out there.
but we've thought about it, but we had trail cameras going.
Okay, any other
But we may.
department reports?
And the Cedar Run Bridge is open, so.
The Run Bridge is open.
I make a motion we adjourn.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thanks for coming out.
Those guys late to the party?